Hi everyone. I hope everybody's getting busy with doing something for the holiday season. Um, I just watched a little video that Lala Gamma Lori Way put up on the Scrapaloozy site, unicorn site, and they were so cute. This lady made some little mitten ornaments, and it looked like what she made was out of she used like little felt, and she did hers all in white um with white embellishments, and oh my gosh, they're just adorable. And I thought, well, I have these squares. These were sent to me already made, and I have quite a few Christmas themed squares, quilt squares already done. And I don't remember if it was Judy or if it was Barbara that sent me, because Judy and Barbara have both sent me boxes full of fabrics, beautiful fabrics for quilting. And so I'm going to try something with this. I'm going to try those mittens. And so I'm putting one of these, and this is all slow stitching. Now, these here aren't put together slow stitched, but they are, I have this batting, and I got it in pieces because it's like scraps of batting. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these two pieces together like this. So I have that batting in the middle. See, like that? So I have the pieces, the outside pieces, and then the batting. Well, I don't have, gosh, my fingers are cold. I don't have a pattern, and I guess I could try and draw one, but this one I'm going to make using my own hand as a pattern. And I got some tailor's chalk here. Thank you very much, Cordula, for this tailor's chalk. And I'm going to just draw around my hand with the tailor's chalk and make the thumb. This is going to be a big mitten ornament. But I think, if I have one this big, can I see that whole thing? Get some more color over here so I can see where to cut. And but to hang it in the window, so this will be like double-sided, and it's just going to be slow stitched. So I'm going to just pin that together. Just pin that right now. And then I will cut out all three pieces at one time. That way I've got them done correctly. And let's see how we do here. The ones that I saw, oh, now I don't remember. Who was the lady I was watching? Let me see if I can find her name. Carol's Recrafted Boutique. That is who I saw do this. Okay, so Carol's Recrafted Boutique. And it was posted in the group as a weekly challenge. Lori and Babbling Brooks and Virginia. God, why am I so bad with names? There's a few ladies. I'm sorry, God, you ladies. That get together and they do the research, they find out neat ideas that we can try, and then they put them up on our page so that we have ideas of new things to try. Now see these pieces that I cut from off, these are going to make, I'm going to keep these pieces here because I'm going to be making some scrunch bunch strips that are going to go in my 12 Days of Christmas journal. I put up, you might have seen in the group that I said that I was going to be making this pillow journal for the 12 Days of Christmas, which it'll start on Christmas Day. And but I'm going to need a couple of scrunch-a-bunch strips that's going to go in that. I'm trying to get it all together so I have it ready to go. And since I'm doing it, the first one will be on Christmas Day, because that's the first day of Christmas, and then it'll go for 12 days after. And so I have this pretty thread. I'm going to use that on my, to stitch around the outside, and I'm going to use like a blanket stitch. But yeah, I'm getting my stuff together so I can do that. So I'll be able to do that series for the 12. And I figure, you know, the 12 Days of Christmas are actually, they begin on Christmas Day. So I'm thinking a lot of people will be, it'll be actually after Christmas. So maybe everybody will be ready for a little break. And I see so many beautiful Christmas videos up right now. People are doing a lot of decorations and ornaments and cards, and I think gnomes are real big nowadays, and Christmas gnomes, such beautiful things people are making. And I'm just kind of want to be different, and so I'm going to do the 12 Days of Christmas. I'm doing everything a little different this year for my home. I'm working on my come through there. I'm working on my my Advent wreath. I'm going to have an Advent wreath on my dining room table, and that's what I'm going to have on. That's my decoration for. There, I got a piece here extra. I don't need that piece. Let me whack that off of there. Okay. So I'm going to do a little video when I get my Advent wreath started. I'm going to, the first Sunday of Advent, I'm going to be showing how I'm doing my wreath and how I'm putting it together and that kind of thing. That will be then. This is now and that will be then. But, oh gosh, what am I even thinking? Yes, I'm going to do the Advent wreath. So that's going to be my main decoration for the 4 weeks leading up to Christmas. And then I've got a 4-foot Christmas tree is what I have. But I'm not going to put that up till Christmas Day. I'm going to put that up on Christmas Day because I'm not doing all the shopping and stuff. Well, that's not true, really. I have grandchildren and great-grandchildren that are, well, my one grandson is 13, so that's it. He's going to get I'm going to give him something, not something extravagant, something little, and then any grandchildren or great-grandchildren that are younger than him will get something. But the adults, they're just out of luck. You know, I'm just not into that anymore. And so they got all their gifts when they were little. And so, yes, and so then my Christmas tree will go up on Christmas Day, and I will leave it up for 12 days. And that's when my series is going to go on for those 12 days of Christmas. Why does this thread want to knot up? Don't be getting knots in my thread. There, okay, I got that knot out of that thread. And so I want to do the blanket stitch. So sometimes I do the blanket stitch, like I've used a lot of blanket stitch on my quilt. And this bottom row of stitching right here, this bottom line, I have right up along the top. But I want it to be down here on the, so you can see it. So I just hold my thread. See, I got it coming out here, and I just hold it there and then bring the thread up from the bottom, pull it up, and it loops. Well, this thread wants to knot. That is not a good thing. If this wants to keep knotting, I'm going to get a different thread. It's got a knot in it now. Okay, I think I'm going to not use this thread. Okay, let me pause this. I'm going to get a different thread. Okay, I'm switching to embroidery floss. And I think I'm going to use just a solid green. A lot of this is actually friendship floss right here, which is not exactly like embroidery floss, but close enough. Close enough for horseshoes. So that will hopefully work better and not knot up. Okay, so let's try this. And I think I want to get a different needle too. One with a little bit bigger of an eye, but not real big. Okay, let's try this one. Yes, so that's what I'm going to do. The holiday Christmas season is going to be a little different here at this grandma's house because my kids' other grandmas, they can take care of the spoiling part because, yeah, I'm kind of over that. Okay, so I start by just putting my first stitch. Yeah, that goes through a lot better. That other was kind of like a twisted thread, so then it just wanted to twist more. Okay, I got that started there. You know what I need? I need a couple of clips. Okay, let me get my clips here. These clips are so handy. Thank you so much. Cordula sent me clips, and I love these. These things are so handy. Okay, so then I can clip that so those three stay together, those three layers. And so see what I do is I hold that thread over this direction that I'm going, and then I put the needle in behind, and I'm going in about 3/8 of an inch, I guess. And they're not all going to be the same, but I try to keep them kind of accurate in the size, although I don't do that perfectly at all. Let's see. Oops, I didn't have that thread even in the same place, but I can fix that. Okay, now see, and then it makes kind of looks like a little ladder there. See right there, it's going there. It goes, you know. Then I just hold that thread over here on the side, and then bring the needle up. And then it kind of catches that thread there. No, it didn't. I'm not teaching you nothing. I'm just showing y'all what I'm doing. It might be right and it might not be right. Well, how come that's not doing what I want it to do? But see, it is doing what I want it to do, you know, so it kind of looks like a little ladder there. And they call that a blanket stitch. Okay, so I want this. Okay, I want my thread to go like this way, like a U, but then I come with my thread from behind and then come inside that U. There you go. Okay. Now, all right, now. There's probably an easier way to do this. There's probably a right way to do this. But this is the way I know to do it. So I'm going to go all the way around this this mitten. And then I don't know what I'm going to do with the mitten, because it's already beautiful with all of, because I cut it out of that already made quilt square, which is beautiful. So I think I want to use, because there's so many squares that I was sent, that I think I want to make placemats for my table with these squares for my Christmas table, since that's all I'm decorating is the table. And everything else, there's no space to everything else, there's really no space to decorate, because I am a clutter bug, and my house isn't dirty. I can't say that it's dirty, but it is so cluttered with my beautiful things. I have so many beautiful things. My fabric, like I got one table in the living room that all that's on that table, and one whole set of bookshelves is yarn that I'm doing my hats with. And so that's just all yarn. And then I have my 5 dollies. They're in there. And and then I've been just putting up things, like if I make a wall hanging, I just poke it up on the wall with push pins, because I planned to, I was first going to you know, actually make a pretty hanger on them, and I might still make a pretty hanger, but right now they're just up there with push pins, because I'm just redneck. I mean, you know, some people are rednecks and some people are hillbillies, but when you get as bad as I am, it's sort of like a redneck and a hillbilly all mixed together as one. And so I don't have a house for show in decoration. I used to decorate a lot when my kids were little, you know, and because I think a lot of people do that, and you do that for the kids, you know, because you want the kids to get excited about the coming of Christmas, you know. Whether you do it as for the Santa Claus thing, or whether, you know, the fictional Christmas or the real Christmas, either way. And I always did both. We did the fictional Santa Claus stuff, but I always had a nativity as well. And this year is going to be more of the real meaning of Christmas for Papa and I. And we're not even religious fanatics, you know, we're not at all. But this year we're doing it really for the real meaning of Christmas, and not the fictional Santa Claus one. But I don't have anything wrong with Santa Claus. I love me some Santa Claus. In fact, we've been calling Papa Santa Claus because he's got this red, he was wearing his red sweatpants and his red sweatshirt the other day, and with his white beard and his white hair, he kind of looked like Santa Claus, so we were calling him Santa Claus all day. And him and I each have a red set of sweatpants and sweatshirt because for Halloween a few years ago, we played Thing 1 and Thing 2. So we needed, I crocheted our wigs, you know, so they were like a teal color because they have like teal color hair. So we had our hair that I crocheted, and they still make very warm hats when we're sitting out by the campfire. And and we were Thing 1 and Thing 2. And so, yeah. So he looked like old Santa Claus. Well, he even played Santa Claus one day in the neighborhood Christmas parade. He was in the end. He was at the end of the parade. And that's when he was still chubby like Santa Claus. Now he'd make a skinny Santa Claus. But he was a chubby Santa Claus. Gosh, that was about 10 years ago probably, that he did the Santa Claus in the Christmas parade. And so I love that part of Christmas too. I think that is so fun, and the kids just so much enjoy that. And my granddaughter, well, she's now almost 21, but in high school, oh my gosh, that girl played Mrs. Cratchit in the Christmas Carol in their play, in their musical. It was a musical. And she played Mrs. Cratchit. And I knew they were staying after school every day to practice and practice. When it come time for the play, I was astonished. I was blown away at how well it was done. They actually rent costumes from someplace in New York where the schools can rent the costumes. And so they rent them from somewhere in New York, and so the costumes were amazing. And then, you know, they just rent them, so then they send them back, and then that is really awesome. And I guess a lot of schools just rent costumes for their plays that they put on. And but I couldn't believe it when she started singing. I did not know my Kimberly could sing. I did not know. When she started singing, I cried. I sobbed that my whole body was shaking. That was my Kimberly singing. I could not believe how beautiful she sounded. Well, I could believe it because she's a beautiful girl, but she just doesn't sing. You know, she's embarrassed to sing. But she did so well, and she had so much singing because it was a musical, you know. And that was amazing. Now that she's not in school anymore, I don't get to go to... She was in another musical, too. I can't remember what the other one was. I don't remember what the other one was. Maybe that was the year before, and that's when she was an elf in whatever they did. And then the second year, she was Mrs. Cratchit. Look how pretty that's coming. Can you see how that stitch is looking? And even though my hand is big, I think that's a pretty good size mitten. I mean, it's not too big. And then you could, if you did these, see, I think this is just fine with the quilted showing, you know. But what I should have done is I should have maybe cut the batting a little smaller, because I can see here where it's kind of showing through. So maybe the next one I would do, I will cut my batting a little bit, just a hair smaller. But I want it batted, you know. I want it top puffy. And so, and I love my slow stitching. I've been working so much on my quilt. So much on my quilt. and my quilt is, I have more squares than needed for my quilt, so I'm going to have a second one because I still have some of my many quilt blocks that were sent by because I had so many sent by subscribers, and I'm still getting them, my quilt blocks. As long as I keep getting them, I'll keep making my quilts. But I take the quilt block, the finished quilt block, and I just slow stitch it right to, I'm using a mattress pad right now. And they are, oh, they are in that mattress pad. By just stitching each block to the mattress pad makes a beautiful, beautiful quilt, and it's just so soft, and it's just every time I put it on, I just rub on it. I love it so much. And but and I have to tell everybody that comes through the house. So this one here come from this state, and this one, I got this one from Wisconsin, this one's from Texas, this one's from Arizona, this one's from the UK. I mean, because they're from everywhere. And yeah, I love it. And so I'm loving my slow stitching. And now that the weather is cool, it's nice to be able to sit with the blanket and over me. And I have to cut that little piece right there. There we go. Now, and it's nice and it's fun. And Papa and I have been turning on the Disney Channel. My daughter hooked up the Disney Plus, and so I put on the Disney Channel. But on the Disney Channel, you can get oh, what do you call it? The National Geographic Channel. And so we have found some very interesting stuff to watch, the documentaries and stuff on the National Geographic Channel. So we've been watching that. And then I can just sit and do my slow stitching while we watch that. And Papa, he's not doing a lot lately because he's so much pain with that knee, and so, but he's only got, a few more days. He goes on the 8th for his surgery, as long as he still passes inspection. And, because he's got all these tests that he has to have before he can go. And the only one he's got left now, on the 5th, he goes for his COVID test. And then after the COVID test, then he's got to quarantine until the 8th. He goes on the 5th for the test, then quarantine until he goes for the surgery on the 8th. And we thought he was just going to go in and come out the same day, but he's going to have to stay a night in the one night only in the hospital. And yeah, I don't know how I'll do that. I don't know how we're going to work that, because I don't want to leave him there by himself. But then I can't hardly stay up there, so I don't know. We'll see how that works. And, no, don't give me another knot thread. You're not going to give me a knot thread. So anyhow, I'll be so glad when he gets that knee taken care of, because I do not like seeing him in that pain. He doesn't really complain, but you can tell. You can just tell he gets so quiet. And quiet is not good when it comes to my hobster. He's already gone to bed now. Well, he's gone to bed, although he reads or watches videos a little bit before he goes to sleep. And but he feels better when he's in the bed, because then he can have his leg out, stretched straight out, which is not really good, but at least he's not in as much pain. And he's been having to exercise it quite a bit because the doctor had told him that he has to exercise it otherwise, because if it's so stiff when he has the surgery, it'll stay stiff. So he's been exercising. So that's good. Still doing his chores, gets the trash out, goes, checks the mail, and he walks to the mailbox or to the end of the driveway probably 10 or 12 times a day. That's his exercise, which we got it's kind of long, our driveway, not real long, but to walk to the end of the driveway, he's usually outside for 25-30 minutes. He walks slow. And yeah. So did you, oh, I don't know if I told you about our snake. Did I tell you about our snake? You might have seen in the group, I put a picture. Oh, I don't think I put it in the group. I think I just put it in my own Facebook. But, oh my word. If I'm repeating myself, just plug your ears. I don't know. I don't think I've told you. Well, no, I don't think I've done a video since the snake. But I come in to find a blanket. I wanted to find a blanket to put on the floor for my dogs, because they have their blankets and I have to switch them out every once in a while because they get a little bit rank, you know. And so I come in to get a blanket. But I had, I stack things. I have mountains. And I had a stack of papers on top of the stack of blankets. So I moved the stack of papers to get to the blanket, and I'll be darned, there was a snake curled up on the blanket. And so I saw the snake. I've never had a snake in the house before. I am just amazed that I did not panic. First thing I did was I run to the bedroom, to our bedroom, because Papa was already in the bed. I said, Papa, I need you. I need you right away. And then I run into the living room by Papa's chair, because he whittles. And he's got a glove that he uses when he whittles. The glove is a glove that a knife won't cut through. So he puts a glove on the hand that doesn't have the knife when he whittles. And then he whittles over a little. He's got a pie plate and he just whittles. And so I went and got that glove. And so I met up with him just as he was coming out of the bedroom. And I said, here, put on the glove. And he just looked at me like I had two heads. And then he goes, what do you need? I said, I need you to get the snake. He goes, snake? So he come on in, and he did. He got that. And the snake had moved a little, but not much. He was just taking a little nap. And so Papa grabbed him, got him, you know, because you got to grab them right up close by their little head. At that moment, we didn't know what kind of snake it was. You know, it could have been a deadly rattler, how far as we do. But you catch it, you know, close by their head. And I figured, you know, I got the glove because I figured, okay, if he tries to bite him, he won't be able to bite through that glove, hopefully. And but although I wasn't going to try and pick it up, but he's not scared like chicken like I am. And so he grabbed it. The whole snake was only about maybe 12 to 14 inches long. It was not real long. And it was big around as my little finger, maybe. It wasn't that fat either. And then we didn't know it. So he had a hold of it. And then, so I said, well, let me get a picture of it before you go and release it. And so I did. I took a couple pictures of him holding. And I was amazed as I looked at that snake. I was amazed. I said, that is a really pretty snake. I was just amazed how pretty that snake was. And he kind of stuck his tongue out at us, which I thought was a little rude. Stick your tongue out at me. But yeah, so then after I took the pictures, then Papa went and released it outside, farther away from the house, you know. And then when I posted it on my Facebook, asked anybody if they knew what kind of snake it was. Then I had quite a few responses that it was a rat snake or a corn snake. And so I looked up, so I researched that kind of snake, and sure enough, that's exactly what it was, which they're non-venomous, they're not dangerous, which most snakes are not dangerous. Most snakes are so scared of you that they're not going to bother you unless you try and bother them. And so, well, he released him. He released him back outside. But then where he was very near a window air conditioner that we have. And then as I looked around the air conditioner, there's one spot there that snake could have come through. And so what I ordered, I don't have it here yet, but I ordered then right away. I ordered this stuff. It's like a spray insulation. And but when you spray it, it foams up. And I said, we're going to, and I don't even care what it looks like. We're going to, well, Papa, I say we, but Papa, once it gets here, then I'm going to have him go around that air conditioner and then also another window air conditioner that we have, and go all the way around to make sure there's not, because that has to be where he got in, and because that window's not far off of the ground at all. And so he's going to spray that stuff around the air conditioner just to be sure that nothing comes in. And I was just amazed how I was not afraid of that snake. I was not, well, I didn't want to touch him, but I was not afraid. Now, if it was, we get these, well, I call them flying cockroaches, but they're a palmetto bug is what they are. And then there's another name for them too, in African something. But them suckers is big. I've seen them. Well, I don't hardly ever see them in the house, but a lot of times you'll see them, like if you have mulch outside, you'll see them in the mulch. And now them things, I don't like them. I do not, them things, they worry me. Oh, they worry me. And we had one in the house a while back, and it was in the house, and I seen it. Well, the only thing I had at my ready, I didn't have no bug spray, but I had some shaving cream. There was a can of shaving cream. And so I got him kind of like locked in a space in the corner. And then I figured, okay, oh, Papa wasn't home at the time. That's what it was. He was not home. He was off at a doctor's appointment. My daughter had taken him to a doctor's appointment. And I said, I got to make sure I keep. So then I saw where he started coming out, and he was all covered with shaving cream. But I said, oh no, no, you're not getting away. And so then I covered him up again with shaving cream. I just made a big mound of shaving cream on him, and I just kept my eye on him until Papa got home. On the mound, I kept the mound, my eye on him. But I had like a trail of shaving cream from the corner where I had first had him cornered to the spot where I had him covered. And when Papa got home, I said, Papa, I need you. And he come in there and he says, what in the world is this? I said, there is a humongous cockroach. I call them all cockroaches, beetles, whatever. And so I call him La Cucaracha underneath this. He goes, that's a lot of shaving cream. I said, I know, but I had to get him. And he's under this mound right here. And I showed him. And so sure enough, he found, well, the poor thing was deceased. He was deceased and I didn't care. And then I said, okay, well, you got him, so I'll clean up the shaving cream. He says, no, I'll go ahead and clean up the shaving cream. You just go on. I'll take care of it. Because that's just how he does, you know. But now, and there was one time, and it's been a couple years ago, that there was one in our bedroom, and we were getting ready to go to bed, and there was one of them flying cockroaches, la cucaracha. We live in Florida. We're in bug country and snake country, bug country, and it was in there. And then, well, then we did have bug spray. Well, we did not see where he went because they are fast. They're faster than a racehorse, and we did not see where he went. And I didn't sleep in the bedroom for 3 days. We sprayed everywhere along all the edges of the walls, under the bed, behind the chest drawers. We sprayed everywhere. And he didn't show his face, that guy. That crazy dude did not show his face. And so I slept out in the living room. I said, I'll sleep in the recliner chair. I ain't going in there. And then it was like 2 or 3 days later. I don't remember if I slept in there 2 nights or 3 nights. Then we found a cockroach corpse. And so then I figured, okay, there he is. He's now deceased, so I can sleep in my bed. But then I had to change the sheets and everything, you know, and make sure that he didn't like poop in my bed. But yeah, aren't you glad to hear about all of these cockroach snake stories? Yeah. So if you're thinking about moving to Florida, beware. Now look, see? Now, this is amazing. Look at that. It's just a mitten, and it's like and it's a little puffy. Now I can just leave it like this, or I could, well, I'll need to put like a little hanger on it. Well, I'll just put a little string right here. Right here. And this can be the hanger. Right here can be the hanger. And, I'm sure you did. I'm sorry I gave you that, cockroach snake story right on around Christmas. I'm sure you would have rather heard a Christmas story. I'll give you some Christmas stories. Coming soon. Not right now, though. And, but I got some good Christmas stories. But there, now I got a little hanger. So I can hang this little, but I like it just like this. And see, it's the patchwork. It's the beautiful patchwork. And I think it turned out beautiful. I could add stuff to this, but I just like it just like this. I like it just like that. I think that's beautiful. And that was done for that that little even though you can see the batting a little bit right here, that gives it just a little bit more character. But I think I just love anything that's pieced together. That's pieced together is just right up my alley. Now, let me see. Where did I put, where are you tonight? Why did you leave me here all alone? I searched the world over and I thought I found true love. Just a minute, I'm looking for something. You guys, I'm looking for something. Is it in here? I think it's in here. Yes. See, I just got this beautiful assortment of stuff. Where is it? I got this. Oh, maybe it's, where'd it go? Where is it? No, please don't be lost. Please don't be lost. And put it in here. Got all these cards. from Diane. And I know I have it right down in here because it's got a little book. Is it in here? These are all my Christmas cards. She sent me. They're so beautiful. Wait a minute. No, I'm not finding it. What I want is, it's not in this one. Where did I put it? It's a little book. And it's got all those little Christmas songs in it. And I said, oh, I'm going to love that when it comes to the Christmas season. Because then I can sing the Christmas songs to my friends. And it's not in here. Well, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. Okay, that's a bummer. I thought for sure it was in this bag with all the stickers. No. Napkins. Stickers. Stickers, stickers. No, no. No, no. No, no. Well, if that isn't just hunky-dory, what was in this bag? Did I take it out and put it somewhere where I wouldn't lose it? Probably. Just like one of my squares that I got from my beautiful friend. I don't even want to admit that I can't find it either, but yeah, I can't find it either. And it was lost already once, and then I found it, and I put it in a safe place so I wouldn't lose it again. And I've lost it again. So if the person that sent it to me, they'll know who I'm talking about. But anyhow, so I'm going to instead, I'll find my, this is coming in the mail today. Land taxes due again. Okay, now, let's see. Let's find, you know what I should? Wait a minute, I should get, where is my poem? Do I got that book up here? I'm looking in my books to find, okay, nope, I'm going to read one of these. I gotta get my life in order here. Let's open here. Let's hear. Focus on the present. Look at that beautiful watercolor picture. Focus on the present. We cannot change the past. We just need to keep the good memories and acquire wisdom from the mistakes we've made. We cannot predict the future. We just need to hope and pray for the best and what is right, and believe that's how it will be. We can live a day at a time, enjoying the present and always seeking to become a more loving and better person. And that is always so true. Karen Berry wrote that, and this is out of the books You Are Stronger Than You Know. Now, remember, and like I did, I just traced my hand with the chalk marker, and then stitched all the way around it. Oh, I put the two pieces, and then the batting in the middle. And if you're, now this one here is so pretty because it's already patchworked, and so it's beautiful, just like this. But you know what, I might make one of these and maybe even put the year on that and give one to each of my families for their treat. But now you can make a smaller one, and like I said, the lady that I watched the video made just a tiny one. It was tiny, and it was made with felt. And then she made it all white. It was like white felt and then white, like doily kind of lacy stuff on it. And it was very, very, what do you call that word? Shabby chic looking. It was beautiful. And so this is more countrified, and I'm a countrified kind of person. I like this kind of thing. But I've got so many pieces. So many pieces. I mean, and this is just a small amount of them here. And, but I could make, and look how beautiful they are. I think they call this the log cabin pattern, but these are so beautiful. But then I'll take all these little pieces that I cut from around, and I'm going to cut those all in smaller pieces and put them on my scrunch-a-bunch, and so none of this will go to waste. It'll all be used. So yeah, go ahead and make one. You can you know, put a child's name on me. If you could even hang one this big on if you got a bigger tree, and you could make one for every one of your children, every one of your grandchildren, every one of your great grandchildren, everybody, and you can make one. And so, and they're just beautiful and so simple to make, and they're just slow stitched. I could hang, like from right here, I could hang maybe a couple of little bells on there, or maybe just put even a red ribbon right at the top, a red bow, anything. Just beautiful. You can just decorate these up. And so thank you, Lala Gamaloriway, for putting this video up, because I love it. I love it. And it's going to make a beautiful, beautiful gift. Okay, and so now I'm going to ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make. And please come back to the next video. Healthy and happy. Healthy and happy and safe. God bless you all. Thanks for watching.